Howdy everyone, this is episode 5 of Isaac Likes Bikes. Today my guest is the man, the myth, the legend, Max Piper. I have mentioned him multiple times in other episodes, so it was finally time to bring him on. Today we're not going to just be sitting in chairs, we're going to actually film our podcast and we're going to play pool. We are semi-professional pool players, if no one knew about that, so we're not playing regulation, we're playing our rules, so we're going to try that today. But yeah, get ready for some excellent pool playing. I get a break because I won last time we played, so here we get started. Let's get it.
Oh! Nice. Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, you gotta choose. Stripes or solids?
Oh shit, I get to pick both?
Yeah, you got one of each.
I'm gonna do stripes.
Alright.
Alright, so my first question everyone wants to know is how we first met. I first met Max back at the Brown Bag concert. How old were we? 4? 5?
Probably around 4 or 5.
And
I think it was like pre-elementary school.
And it was like after, and it was a story time. And I sit down next to this blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid, and I was like, "Can I sit here?" Yeah, totally. Sat down next to him. Halfway through the actual like reading, he looks at me, smiles, and he fucking scratches me. And I'm like, I started crying because I'm like a 4-year-old, devastated that some random kid scratched me. And I remember his name after all these years was Max Piper, and I hated him. I absolutely hated him for years. Like, I remember going through middle school, and I was like, he was in Boy Scouts, and I had friends that were in Boy Scouts. I was like, Max, do you know Max Piper? And they're like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, that guy sucks. And I'm like, damn. Now his best man at his wedding, and it was like, how did we fucking get here?
Well, that's what, like, I remember you telling me that story, and like I don't remember that at all. Like, once I got to middle school, high school, I think I like knew who you were, like knew your name, but no clue I ever did that. Oh my god.
It's hard talking while playing pool. But yeah, we for years we didn't like each other. And then what was it? It was freshman year. We had a class together, and Jordan was in it too.
Was it physical science?
I think it was physical science, and it was a clusterfuck of a
Terrible class.
It was an awful class.
I was over there throwing like colored pencils in people's butt cracks.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
I have videos of you just in the middle of class, just throwing stuff across.
Yeah, throwing stuff mid-class.
It was awesome.
Oh my god, this is a terrible situation.
And then we had Eckert's class.
Yep. Where we really became friends.
Yeah, dude, Eckert's class is awesome.
Yo, what is going on?
He was one of my favorite teachers of all time.
He was great. Loved Mr. Eckert.
He made a girl cry one time. Cause she was like super like, oh, I know more than you. And then he was like, no, you don't. And then, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, what else? We had a junior English together with a teacher.
Yeah.
That was not very good, too.
Not a great teacher. That's for sure.
She was like, for junior English, especially like the next year I was doing Comp 1 and Comp 2, I was like, oh, she'll prepare us for that.
Yeah.
No, she was like, you can either write this paper or draw a picture.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, I'm just gonna draw a picture.
I'm just gonna draw a picture because I'm just trying to get the easy A.
Yeah. I think Max also made her cry one time.
Yep. I remember mid-class, it was like me and a class full of like a lot of kids that I was like kind of friends with, I kind of liked, and it was like me and a couple other kids I was friends with sitting next to each other, and
I was one of those friends too. I was sitting right next to you.
And she like she was the biggest person for like no talking. Like if you said a word in that class, she was like yelling at you. And I remember my friend had like a problem with one of the things we were doing and was trying to ask me for help, and I was trying to help him out, and she like yelled at this kid. And this was one of those kids that like never ever did anything wrong, was never in trouble, nothing.
Was it Marcus?
I don't even remember.
But yeah, it was someone that's like, oh, he's like a great student.
Yeah, like straight A student, never did anything wrong, and she was like yelling at him, and I was like, if you yell at me, that's one thing, because in school I was kind of a dumbass. Like I definitely probably deserved to get yelled at in school. Nice.
Dude, I'm on a roll.
But seeing it be a kid that like never happens to, I like stood up out of my chair and was like, why do you suck at teaching? Like straight to her face. And she like baffled, looked at me like, did you just make one?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was waiting until you done corner pocket for the 8-ball.
Oh my God, you're almost done.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. And she was just like, I blew up on her mid-class. She sent me out to the hallway, and I waited for her to come out, and I got an office referral, but she was like crying, asking me to apologize. She came out to the hallway, was like, all I want is an apology from you. And I said,
No.
My apology was, I'm sorry, like, you got offended by what I said. Because, like, I'm not saying sorry for what I said. I meant what I said.
And you know what? It's one of those, like, you're not that type.
No way.
You're not that type of person at all to do that. But
I know.
Everybody in that class knew she deserved it.
Yeah.
Like she was awful. And she left the next year.
Yeah. She was there for 1 year. It was her first year teaching.
Yeah. And she originally did 5th grade. And I was like, that's where she needs to be, because,
Yeah. Not a great teacher.
yeah. And that's how I knew Max was gonna be my best friend when he called out a teacher. Because I'm like, I even got yelled at because I was like, it's quiet in the class. Everyone's working on their stuff. I'm like, I'm going to chit chat a little bit. I'm caught up. No. I was like, and then other thing, she's like, oh, this will never go in college. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They don't care.
That's how all teachers were. Man, I remember through like all high game.
Yeah,
Nice,
sir.
nice. I remember like all through high school, middle school, everything, like all the teachers being like, it won't be anything like this in college. Like they won't let any of this stuff fly. You have to show up every day. I could never show up, and they don't care. Dude, I'm the one paying for it.
I had a class, someone brought a beer to the class and was drinking one drop. And they're like, I was like, we don't care. It was like an outdoor class too, what we're doing. They're like, we don't care. Like, I remember trading beers with guys in one of my classes, and they're like, oh yeah, you gotta try this. This is an awesome like peach beer. I was like, cool, I'll bring you one to try. And we're like, swap beers. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this won't fly in college.
Oh, everything
flies in college.
I've had friends like tell the professor, hey, like, I drank too much last night. I'm not gonna be in class. Can you send my thing? They're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah. You can pretty well do what you want in college
Yeah.
and get away
Don't
with
let
it.
any teachers tell you different.
Yeah.
Also, because we're pros, we don't really care how it's set up. We just care 8 balls in the middle.
Yep.
That was probably my best round ever we just did.
I know.
And I got it on video.
I wasn't even like acknowledging it. I like didn't even realize how well you were doing until you had 1 ball left.
Dude,
and I was like, oh
I
my
was
God.
on point today. I don't know what my thing is. Now I'm gonna suck this. Oh!
There you go. There you go.
Oh. Yeah, that was high school is just like a fever dream, it feels like.
High school was kind of crazy.
Because we had COVID.
Yeah.
I still remember leaving because I drove the bus last day of senior year. Because senior prank week, I had all this stuff planned. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do all these different pranks with the bus. Like I was gonna the cage. We have a cage at our high school that all the seniors park, and they always block it off for senior prank week with the trailer. I was gonna block it off before the seniors could get in, so it'd be just like hysterical. But I ain't gonna do that. Ugh. But yeah, I wish we could have had our senior prank week.
Yeah. That was like one of the few parts of high school that I like really look forward to, is like being able to do the pranks. Cause I mean, I remember when I was a little younger, my dad telling me like senior pranks that like they used to do back in high school, and they would do like crazy stuff.
Yo, yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't want to do stuff like that. Granted, I don't think we could have got away with near the stuff they did back in the day.
No.
But well, my dad was telling me that like some of the kids from like the like the machine shop and stuff, like shop class, would take apart the principal's car and like carry all the parts from the parking lot through the classroom onto the roof of the school and assembled the car on the roof of the school.
Yeah, that wouldn't go. Yeah, there's no way we would ever. Oh!
Wait, are you stripes or solids? Solids, nice.
Yeah, okay. I was
go.
like, I don't remember. Yeah, like some of the prank, like the paper throw too, I was fully prepared for because I saved every paper since freshman year.
Yeah.
And no one told us, like all the cheerleaders and everything, all the preppy kids, I'm calling them out. It still burns me. But all the preppy kids, they did their own paper throw and didn't tell anyone else.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the cage. And I was like, that still burns me today.
Dang.
So I burned all my papers.
I specifically remember, like,
Get in! Yeah!
for the paper throw, I saved a lot of my papers, but
I think our pool table is perfectly level.
what I was planning on doing was just like before the paper throw, going to like Walmart or Staples or something and just buying a ton of copy paper, like tons, thousands of sheets of copy paper, loading my backpack completely full, and then just like chucking like bricks of paper into the air.
I've always wanted to get my textbook stuck in the ceiling again.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I suck at pool. I suck.
It's more fun than sitting in chairs and talking.
Facts.
Yeah. And then, we really started hanging out when we did the cycling team.
Yep.
We just rode. We didn't really hang out. And then it was God, man, we need to write all this down.
High school graduation.
High school graduation. You just invited me because of the cycling team.
Yeah, because we rode together for a while. We became like more of acquaintances than friends.
Yeah.
Like we would ride together and we would chat during that, but like once we went home, that was it.
Yeah.
And so we like knew each other and like had each other on like Snapchat and all that sort of stuff. But
shit. That was yours.
But then, yeah, I just invited you to my high school graduation party. You showed up, and it was like me, you, Jordan, the other Isaac, a few other kids.
I know, Nicholas. Yeah. And I went because no one else invited me to any of their like high school graduation. Go in. So I went, and then we were like, oh, we should go camping. Like that next day.
We all got along so well. We had like a blast. Like my graduation party was like 2 hours long. We were there for like 5 hours.
Yeah, we were there
like
all
playing
day.
football and stuff.
And we it was like the next day. We were like, let's go camping. So we went camping, and that's how it all started.
Yep. I
And
kind of
then-
forgot we went camping after that.
Yeah, it was like the next day.
Yeah.
Because it was like summer, COVID was still happening.
Yep.
And it was like, dude, like we can't do anything.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere. We can't like really do anything unless it's outside, which
Yeah.
we were all fine with that.
Yep. So we went camping. It was awesome. Went to Madison Lake. And then yeah, trying to think. My favorite, scariest cycling story with you, because this is Isaac Likes Bikes, so we do have to talk about cycling a little bit, is when we were riding, so we rode to Opie, and it was like 15 miles, it was a 35-mile route altogether. We were doing like, coming back from Opie, it was dark, pitch black, and it was kind of an eerie night too, a little foggy.
It's like full moon.
Yeah, like freaky, like, and it just wasn't the best time. Well, it was beautiful, but like, Max was like, you wanna hear a ghost story? Halfway through, I'm gonna let Max say it, and I'll give you my side of when he's telling your reaction.
So like the story pretty much goes, and I'll preface, 100% true, like actually happened to me when I was younger. But I don't know how old I was. It was elementary school age, probably like 10 years old or something. My aunt, I have an aunt, I will not say her name just because, but she's a little crazy. I've heard stories of like killing animals and feeding them to her siblings, like cats and stuff, and like sacrificing animals. I used to go over to her house every summer because her grandchildren were my cousins, and I would go over, hang out with them because they were like my age all summer. And her house was like a 2-story, like huge house, but it was like filled with dolls. Like she had like a Ouija board, like dolls all over the place, like masks on the walls. Like it was like your stereotypical like something happened here type of house. And so we were always over there, like hanging out with our cousins and like playing and stuff. But one summer day, we went to Peter Pan Park here in town, and while we were there, I was like underneath part of the playground, playing hide and go seek, and I found this like cross necklace that glowed in the dark. And I thought it was cool at the time, so I kept it, put it on, whatever, and I didn't think anything of it. We go back to my aunt's house, and oh, nice shot, dude.
Sorry.
Nice shot. Yeah, while we're there, we decided to play games, hang out, whatever, and my cousins decide. At the time, I mean, I was like 10 years old. I was scared of the dark back in the day, I will admit. And they thought it would be funny to push me into, we were in the basement, which was the scariest part of the house, push me into this room that was like kind of like a storage room type of area, and shut the light off and lock the door behind me, like keep it shut. And I didn't know where the light switches were because I wasn't used to that room. And the second I got pushed into this room, the first thing I noticed was that like the cross necklace that I found that day was like glowing, like in my opinion, abnormally bright for like how glow in the dark stuff works. But I noticed that, and it was glowing like super bright. And then I looked to the far end of the room, and at the far end of the room she had like almost your stereotypical like vanity that had like a huge mirror on it, and then like candelabras like on the outsides of it, like 2 of those, and then some dolls that were like, I don't know, probably like vintage dolls of some sort. And the thing I noticed was the candles. I'd been in that room a couple times before, but the candles I've never seen lit. And I go in, they lock me in there, and the candles are lit. And I was like, this is weird, like super weird. Mirror, candles lit, and then I started freaking out and banging on the door, telling my cousins to let me out and everything, because I'm like super scared. I don't know what's going on. And they're not letting me out. I can like hear them on the other side of the door laughing and everything. And I turn around to see the candles like coming towards me, like slowly moving towards me, like both of them. It almost looked like there would have been someone there having one in each hand, like walking slowly towards me. And I like freaking out, absolutely losing my mind. And eventually, as the candles are like almost to me, my cousins open up the door, let me out, and I'm like crying, like freaking out. And of course, none of them believe me. No one believed me that like of what I just saw. And we go back into the room, and the candles, the wicks were like still white, like never had once been lit in their entire like existence. And everything was normal.
Dude,
Yeah.
and what was like creepy about it is while he's saying this, we're riding, and I'm like, oh fuck, this has to be fake. And it's like, he looked me straight in the eyes while we're riding. He's like, why would I lie? And I'm like, got chills. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
And like the whole ride home, I'm like, this is just scary.
Like looking in the woods, like
It's just strange.
yeah.
And like when you look it up, like I won, by the way.
I know.
Just gotta put that out there. But when you look it up, like this is real. Like this happens to people. If you know something like Scooby-Doo, they have something on that.
Yeah.
But I know it's like Scooby-Doo, but
Yeah.
like it.
Well, like it's the craziest part about it was I specifically remember after it had happened. Like I said, we were pretty young. I didn't have a phone or like any internet access really. But one of my cousins had just gotten a laptop, and we got on it and we started looking stuff up about it. And one of the things we found on the internet was we looked for like hours trying to find, you know, encounters or something that was similar to this. And the only thing we found, I don't remember what site it was on, but it was like some kind of weird looking site. And they said that like it was some sort of like urban legend type of thing where if the candles, like it was some dude that got burned down, like burned alive in a house that caught on fire from candles. And like that was his necklace type of thing. And if the candles were to reach you, they would burn you alive. And I was just like, jeez, that's insane.
And like, I know ghosts are real. Like they have to be, like
Yeah.
or something, because there is some freaky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me that middle of the dark, while riding the bikes. And I'm like, it's still to this day, it still gives me chills thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's a scary story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think at a young age, I was probably pretty skeptical to ghosts, demons, spirits, supernatural stuff, all that sort of thing. But after that happened, I was like so very firm believer in it.
I'll let you break.
And not only that, but like since then, I mean, I've had a lot of weird encounters.
Yeah, you saw, you know what?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say. That was scary. Because it's
Yeah.
one of those, like, I know when you, like, kid around with me and, like, all that stuff. When you told me that, I was like, oh, he's not lying about that.
That was out of all of the weird, supernatural, crazy stuff that's happened in my life, hands down, that was the scariest. I think that like the story I just told could have been, but I was so young when it happened that like, oh my god, oh my god.
Talking about playing cool.
That one just like is almost like so far in my mind that it's not quite as scary, but that was, I mean, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
2-3 years ago?
And you called me right when it happened,
Yeah.
and you were freaking out, and
Yeah.
like, you can just tell. I was like, and you wouldn't like lie about it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it, and I think the reason I would say that was probably the scariest thing was just because specifically the way it made me feel. like I've never felt that way about anything else in my life, where like I saw it and like the feeling I got in my chest was just like, I felt like I was going to die. And
that's a sign of them too.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a sign.
I think the scariest part about it is just the fact that what I saw that day, I actually saw a physical like thing. Because like with ghosts or whatever, there's like, I think some sort of comfort where, you know, they're apparitions or whatever, and like they can't really touch you, they can't harm you because they're not like physical.
Yeah.
But this looked as physical as me and you. Like, I could have touched this thing if I was close enough.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it was actually physical and probably could hurt me, I think was what made it super scary.
Yeah, and when you were like, oh yeah, I got up on its hind legs, I'm like, oh, dude, do that to get food.
Right.
But ran off on the hind legs?
And like fast. Like, I'm talking as fast as
I mean,
it could
I
run
got
on
chills
four.
just like thinking about it.
Yeah, as fast as it could run on 4 legs, it was running that fast on 2 legs. And not just for like a couple, like 20, 30 feet. I'm talking like from the road I was at all the way to the tree line. Full sprint. Like dead, looked at me in the eyes on 4 legs, hopped up on 2, and was like abnormally large.
Oh,
And
fuck.
took off, sprinting into the woods.
Damn. There's a TikToker that all he does.
Yeah, he looks for him.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy.
I'm like, he's not gonna find him because he's going out to find him.
yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna be terrible.
That's not how it works with
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, he's like, oh my.
I didn't see that.
That didn't happen. His like entire videos are like proving that they're not real.
Yeah.
To like go out and find them, and he's like doing all of the stereotypical stuff to like attract them or whatever. Yeah, I've seen those videos.
I'm like, and some of them are scarier. He's like, I don't know what that is, but it's not a skinwalker.
He'll hear like screaming and stuff
Yeah.
in like the middle of nowhere.
And he's by himself.
yeah. Crazy stuff.
Speaking of like a situation like that, one of our hiking experiences together, like our first like hiking experience. This was like maybe the 3rd or 4th time we've like hung out, camped and stuff like that. But this was just, I was like, hey Max, you just want to go hike? He's like, yeah, we're gonna go to Toronto Lake. I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, because that was still like pretty recent within our like friendship.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds perfect. Let's go. He's like, let's go down to this cave. So we hiked down to this cave area. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I'm like, let's build a fire. So we build a fire, we hang out. And he looks at me, he's like, I'd kill you right now. Just dead face.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not right. He's like, no, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, we're like middle of the woods, like no one around. It was like a weekday. Where,
Yeah.
like no one was at the lake, no one was camping.
No.
No one, we didn't see a single other person while we were there. And it was like raining partially too.
Yeah.
And we were like in this cave for like hours. And I just looked over you and I was like, you know what's crazy? If I wanted to, I could kill you right now and no one would know.
No.
Like no one would know for days.
I was like,
And you looked at me, you were like, am I safe?
am I okay? But he didn't kill me.
No. It's just crazy to think about.
I know. And like the most memorable thing that day, you may have forgotten, but we were listening to music for like all day. And we played how many albums with your iPhone?
I think we played like 7. Like,
On 1%.
yeah, my phone, like, because it was super, like, it was rainy and cold and everything, and I had to use the GPS to get there and everything. And my phone was like pretty much dead by the time we got to the cave. And I was like, well, screw it, I'll try and play a little bit of music, but didn't have any signal. So I had to just play the songs I had downloaded. And I went through like 7 straight albums that were like an hour each. And we listened to all of them, and my phone was on 1% the entire time.
Yeah, it never died either.
No.
You got all the way back to your car and was able to charge it.
Yeah. Because at first we were like, there's no way it makes it through one.
No.
And then we're like, no way it makes it through two.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, let's just see how far it can go.
It wouldn't die. Yeah, and there's no signal in Toronto Lake.
Yeah,
No
none
signal.
at all. Zero cell service.
And he drove too, so it was just like, okay.
Yeah. Your life's in my hands.
Then we went back there with Nicholas and Jordan, and we camped. And I remember we went back down to the cave. It was during the summer, and Nicholas is sitting there. He's like, "Dude, is this spider poisonous?" Huge brown recluse, biggest brown recluse I've ever seen.
Yeah, we're in the cave.
Sitting on his leg, like
ginormous brown recluse.
Like it could cover this ball.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, is this poisonous?" I'm like,
It was just crawling on his leg, and he's like, yeah, he's like, yes, is this like a poisonous spider? And I looked over at him, and I was like, oh my god!
And then he's like, just flicks it off. I'm like, fuck this. So we go back to the campsite.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, he just casually like, is this poisonous?
Woo!
That was pretty dang good.
Shing! That was Toronto. We need to go back to Toronto.
Yeah, I worked there.
You worked there?
Fall River and Toronto. That's where I was this summer.
Oh, what? I didn't know you were at Toronto Lake.
Yeah, Toronto's our other lake.
Got it. What?
We weren't there very often, but we like opened and closed the gates and everything for the dam.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Max is also a park ranger. If anyone doesn't know.
Yep. Park Ranger Max.
I've tried him to like pepper spray me every once in a while. I'll be the second person ever to get pepper sprayed by a park ranger.
Yep.
But he won't do it. Says he has to do too much paperwork.
You probably tell my boss. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, man.
Oh, he just knocks it in. Yeah, what else are we, adventures we've had throughout the years? We went over how we met.
Yep.
We went over some stories. We don't want to tell all the stories all at once.
Gotta save some.
Yeah, you gotta save them for the next episode. Yeah, what else? I was best man of his wedding.
Yep, yep.
My speech was amazing. I spent like months trying to plan it out, but the only thing I think it was how we met. So I did the story about.
Oh my god, dude! Locked in.
I did the story of how we met. Everyone laughed, which was good. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
That whole speech. So I'm like, man, I don't want to mess this up. I practiced though. So
No
it was
way.
like,
Oh.
go in. I practiced all the way from Tennessee, because his wedding is Tennessee. So I drove all the way there, practice and practice and practice. Dude, that table curved. But yeah, it was so scary. That was fun. Man, I'm just drawing a blank of all the stories. I know we have more.
For sure. Oh my god.
What would be your dream job?
Dream job?
Right now, dream job.
Well, I mean, my dream job used to be park ranger, but now I am one. I think if I had to like re-choose, like rebrand, kind of. I think honestly, just being a business owner, like owning my own like outfitting business, where I like had a group of people, and we had kayaks for rent, canoes, hiking gear, tents, all that sort of stuff, and like we were in like an area that has like mountains and trails and stuff.
Yeah.
And you could take people on like guided tours through like the trails or the rivers, whatever. I think that would probably be like dream job for sure.
My friend does that.
Really?
Hayden Wiley. Man, the myth, the legend.
Fucking left hand in it.
Hey!
Somehow.
he does like guided tours like that.
That'd be cool. That'd be so sick. Middle right pocket. Let's go.
Damn. Good work, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my dream job would kind of, if I could figure out how to make money off of this,
Yeah.
that's what I would do. Only videos.
Yeah.
Because, like, for, like, Merchant Cycles, I did those videos during the wintertime when we were slow, we had extra time. And we got really good traction with those videos.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed making them. Now this busy season, we don't have enough time to put aside for those. But that was like, that would be my dream job, is to do that.
I
Just
think
make videos.
I think that would have been my realistic dream job, like something that's actually kind of achievable. I think more on the unrealistic dream job side, be a musical artist.
Be porn star.
Like not even just like making like music on SoundCloud or something, but I mean like actually be like a good famous like artist and everything, which like I think would be cool, and like I would love to do it, but I don't think I would love the fame.
Yeah.
That's my issue. Is like I think I would love making music that people like, but I wouldn't like the fame aspect of it.
Yeah. It's like off and on. I'm like, man, it would be kind of nice to like
Yeah.
be recognized. Then it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I think if I could take the aspect of like knowing I have fans, going on tour, performing for people, and like that's all I had to do for like to see my fans and everything, and the rest of my life was completely normal, that's what I would want. But obviously like it's not really realistic. Like I could go to the store and no one would come up to me, or
Yeah. Well, like Mr. Beast, he said on the podcast one time, he's like, oh yeah, like when I had like this many subscribers, it was like maybe one photo a week.
Yeah.
Now it's like mobs of people if he goes to Walmart.
I mean, yeah, because like who doesn't know who Mr. Beast is?
Yeah.
Look how that cue ball
Got
went
one in.
Cue ball went straight in.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, but it wouldn't be cool.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't have good enough voice to do that, I don't think.
I don't have a good enough body to be a porn star, so.
Fair
Our
enough.
dreams are ruined.
Oh. I'm gonna go home and cry after this.
I know.
Oh man, if only I could hit the 8-ball in. Keep
I don't
going.
need a tables level.
Yeah, just keeps rolling. Oh my god, that's terrible.
I do have to say, doing pool and podcast, it's a little bit harder. Because
Yeah.
you're like,
Focus, but also trying to think.
yeah, you're like, oh, okay, how did this story go? And
Yeah.
how am I going to get this ball in?
Yeah, if I'm like mid talking while I'm like hitting the ball,
That's all.
it ain't going well.
That's all I'm like, we'll finish this game. And I think this should be pretty good for the whole podcast.
I'd say so.
I'm taking this one real serious.
Man, you didn't hit anything.
Look at that. You know how hard it is to do that? Semi-professional race car driver right there.
I can't even remember. Am I solids or stripes? Solids. I'm solids.
Oh, I thought I was solids.
I'm pretty sure I'm solids.
Okay, I'll be stripes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Because I remember wanting to hit the 8-ball, but I can't. Dang it.
Ready for this? Make all 5 in a row.
We'll have to play like rugby and do the podcast next time.
Next time?
Yeah.
That's also a question for you guys, is what sports you want us to play. We can do disc golf.
That'd be nice.
That would be fun. Recording wise, that'd be a little more difficult, but we can
Yeah.
figure it out. I thought pool would be fun again. The other thing we could do would be cornhole.
Oh, yeah.
Cornhole would be fun.
For sure.
I'm also a professional cornhole player that people, if they don't know.
I will say I am good at cornhole.
I know, you always beat me.
I am really good at cornhole. Yeah, I mean, cornhole, disc golf.
Could do basketball.
Yeah, basketball wouldn't be too hard.
We do like horse.
Yeah.
Checkers. Play board games.
Just go on a bike ride while we do it.
We'll crash.
The most leisurely bike ride ever.
Dude, on a tandem.
That'd be kind of cool.
Do the tandem podcast.
That'd be kind of cool.
Set up 2 GoPros. And my stripes are...
Stripes.
Okay. I was about to knock that 3 ball in. But yeah, I think that'd be fun doing that. Go in the hole! Woo! We could also get a couple more people too to do the podcast.
Yep.
I want to get more people on. Max was for sure a next person. Do you want to get a couple of my other friends in here?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn.
But do you get messages from Starbucks?
What do you
They're
mean?
always like, ball called.
Oh, yeah.
What is PSL?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, I was like, PSL?
I'll probably be on here again though.
Oh, for sure. I gotta get back in the groove of things of actually filming and.
I might end up being a recurring guest.
Oh yeah. The other thing is there are fans going on because it is hot as shit today.
Yeah, it's kind of hot in here.
So sorry if they hear constant fan noise.
What in the world?
Oh damn! It's go! Man, it rolled all the way across. Sorry about that. So we had to go get the ball. It rolled underneath our toolbox. I forgot to start recording. Also, our GoPro died. So that's also awesome. So we are halfway through it this round. We didn't really talk about much. We did talk about other guests a little bit. The other person that always watches this podcast or listens to it is Isaiah, my buddy. We actually hate each other for so many years. And then like one day we were just like, oh, why do we hate each other? And we're really good friends now. It was literally that conversation of like, oh, is there a reason we actually don't like each other? Nope. And so we started hanging out, played disc golf a lot in middle school. And then, yeah, he listens to all these. So, hi Isaiah, you're a #1 fan. I need to make you a t-shirt that says #1 fan. So
I gotta start listening.
you don't listen to it?
I never have. I guess I didn't realize like what it was on. So you have it on like Spotify and stuff?
Spotify,
Okay,
YouTube.
yeah. I'll go listen to it then.
I called you out a few times on it too.
In like a bad way?
No, not a bad way. I was just like, oh
Yeah, Max is such a shitty friend.
Yeah, fuck that
I can't believe
guy.
I drove 12 hours to his wedding for that piece of shit.
It was actually like 15. I get there. The food was good though.
If it was good, I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, I've never
Since
had
it
like,
was just catered by the venue,
Yeah.
I figured it was gonna be like kind of mid or kind of ass.
No.
But it was pretty good.
they had stuffed tomatoes. I was like, whoa, I
Yeah.
never had that before.
I like saw them bringing the stuff out. I was like, damn, this is actually like.
this is legit shit.
I know.
I got drunk a little bit at his wedding.
Yeah.
They didn't have much alcohol, but they had enough. They had these margaritas that are really good. Go in! I love it when it goes down the table. It kind of just like curves.
Yeah.
This is it. I don't know if I mentioned it on the video or it stopped. GoPros either work really well or they don't work at all. And last couple of days, my GoPro, I've been trying to do a bunch of like time lapses and stuff, and it just won't work correctly. It overheats too much. It is like 90 degrees, 95 when I do it. But man, our poor little GoPro, so sorry about the actual cam for the pool table. Really? Oh shit, you don't have any more. Oh, that counts. That counts.
Didn't happen.
Oh, you just make it in. Woo!
Oh my god.
But yeah, sorry for the cam dying. I promise you, if this video does really good, I'll get it for sure figured out. And we're gonna have a better option next time. I'll probably honestly just put another camera up there. Front pocket?
Yep. Shit. I would like to preface, I am funnier than this typically.
It is hot as shit in here. Like, I got some crazy under boob sweat going on.
If you like me, I get better, trust me.
This was kind of a, I'm gonna be honest, a last minute thought. We set up yesterday and was like, let's do it, why not? So, we're doing it. And it's kind of one of those, like, you have to rip the Band-Aid off, and it always gets better after that.
I've also never done anything like this before.
Yeah, you've never done a podcast.
So I don't really know like what I can say, what I can't.
I'm pretty loose. I don't care if we cuss. It's one of those, like...
Yeah. I probably cuss too much, so...
Oh, I cuss way too much on this one.
That's easy for me.
I just get too into it, and then it's, like, funny, and then it's scary, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, man.
So close. Because, yeah, it's starting to get really hot. We're doing it right at noon, and we're in a metal building, and it's hot.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh,
man.
That pocket.
You got an easy one.
I got stupid biking away. Oh, shit.
Oh, man, you set it up bad for me.
Come on, Max.
Anna. This pocket. Oh, man.
Okay, here it is. That pocket there. Forward to win, and then we can go get ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
Oh, damn it. Okay, just knock
This
it
pocket.
in, Mac.
This pocket.
Knock it in.
You always gotta do the
I'm
side.
sweating my nuts off in here. Oh my god.
It's so hard to get that. Oh my god.
Come on. This pocket.
If you guys have never watched professional pool before, this is what it looks like.
Let's go.
This is what two professionals look like.
We're done. We're done. Good game. Good game. This is also first episode of mini.
Yes.
It was a good game. I won. So he owes ice cream.
Yeah.
We're both
Ice cream
sweating.
on me.
Thank you guys for watching. Look forward for the next one. Also, a couple other videos. I'm gonna work on a Jeep that broke when I went to Colorado, so we're gonna fix that. Other than that, thank you for watching. Any words? Say last words.
Gotta do it. Never done an outro before. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the post notifications, like, subscribe, sub to all the channels. You already know. Cushenbery Customs, Isaac Likes Bikes. Get it. We out.